Ohio Governor John Kasich calling out Congress this morning during a CNN interview. The governor slammed lawmakers, saying he doesn't think they're up to the task of reforming gun laws. February 9th, this was the scene at Jeff Sessions swearing in as Attorney General. But a mere 5.5 months later, it's a whole different story. We're now getting a look at the vehicle suspected of causing the damage to the Park Lane Wee Arrows field at Rayner Park. Take a look at this surveillance video. Well, a very different story tonight on the West Coast. Massive wildfires continue to burn in Southern California. Officials estimating tonight more than 1,000 structures have been burned just in the past week. That latest high school massacre is sparking a call for less firepower. Surviving students rallied with other protesters in South Florida this afternoon, urging stricter gun laws. The Beaver Creek School District provided eclipse classes for all students and staff. Now, that included more than 500 pairs for Parkwood Elementary. Chances are you've seen one of these flying overhead at some point. Based out of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, these C-17s frequently take to the skies above the Miami Valley. Tonight marks 1 week since the massacre in Las Vegas. Meanwhile, the fight over banning bump stocks is intensifying. 58 people were killed at a country music festival when Stephen Paddock opened fire from a hotel overlooking the concert. Anyone who's taken a flight somewhere knows it can be one of the most frustrating aspects of travel, getting through that security line. You have to empty the pockets, take off your shoes, take out the laptop, and if you have kids like me, it's a whole different ball game. Months after the Food for Less burned down, residents are wondering what's next. With seemingly no effort to clean up the lot, families say they feel abandoned. Fox 45's Siobhan Anderson is live in East Dayton to explain. Actress Allison Janney is 2 for 2 this year, winning both a Golden Globe and SAG Award for Best Supporting Actress. Today, she was nominated for an Oscar in the same category for her role in the movie I, Tonya. Despite being in the center of the Hollywood spotlight, the Dayton native doesn't forget about home. This is a constant reminder of the fire that engulfed RC Enterprises. But now, about 3 months later, the foundation is being built for a new chapter for the auto repair business. Adam, Riverside police tell us the parents are continuing to cooperate with this investigation. Police say the parents told them the baby was stillborn on December 21st and that they didn't even know the mother was pregnant until she went into labor. Deb, we're at the crossroads of America, the intersection of Interstate 70 and 75. We've already seen a couple of wrong-way fatal crashes just within the last couple of months on both of these interstates, the most recent coming Saturday night just 15 miles east of here. Third, look for rust. You can even use a flashlight to check under the seats. That song,
now
Despacito,
you can say it.
It's my favorite song. You've probably heard of it. And it is taking over. How many years did it take?
It only took me 5 days, but the first day, my first board looked like you would never want to eat those pretzels.
Okay. I do want to eat all of these pretzels. Yes. Believe it or not, none of us have played in an NFL game in the snow. But we've all tried to run in snow that's deep enough, or at least
right, you can barely
I would
move.
It's safe to assume, right?
Yeah. Yes.
It's hard. A taste of winter in the Miami Valley. Meteorologist Mike Joyce is tracking the snow and how much more we can expect next week. Plus, experts say the California wildfires will get worse before they get better. The new tool firefighters are using to help fight the flames. Then flu season is here, and it's shaping up to be a bad one. The latest numbers from Ohio health officials and how it compares to last year. But first, a dusting of snow across the Miami Valley, with most places seeing less than an inch, but it doesn't take much to make the roads slick. Here's a live look at our ODOT cameras. Most of the highways are okay, but it's the back roads where we've been hearing reports of accidents. And right now, police are investigating a fatal crash in Spring Valley. It happened here on State Route 380. The coroner has been called to the scene, and Fox 45's Rhonda Moore is on her way to the scene to learn more about what happened. We'll check in with her as soon as we can. Now let's send it over to meteorologist Mike Joyce. He's been tracking the snow all day long. Mike?
Thanks, Eric. We could add to these snow totals.
And it was school today, so a lot of the kids getting out to enjoy it. And Fox 45 anchor Adam Arrow sent us this picture of his daughter enjoying the flurries today. Looks like they certainly found enough snow to make a snow angel. We want to thank Adam, of course, for sharing these tonight. And anytime you have pictures or video to share, just go to burst.com/Fox45 now, and you can send them our way. And to stay on top of winter weather, make sure to download our free app. Just search for Fox 45 in your app store and use it for all of the important weather information and alerts. Well, Mad River Mountain officially opened for the first time this season. We sent Skyview 22 for a bird's eye view of the ski and snowboard resort earlier this week. Mad River Mountain is open until 8 tonight. The tubing park is still closed. They'll be making snow as long as temps stay cold enough to open completely as soon as possible. Well, we got some snow here in the Miami Valley today. Other places got a lot more. Believe it or not, this video is from Atlanta. People there got a few inches, which is clearly something they're not used to, and parts of northern Georgia saw more than 8 inches. And check out this. The snow fell as far south as Mexico. It was just a light dusting, but enough to collect on some of the palm trees. Definitely not a sight you see every day. Well, a very different story tonight on the West Coast. Massive wildfires continue to burn in Southern California. Officials estimating tonight more than 1,000 structures have been burned just in the past week. 6 different fires are still burning, fueled by strong winds. The fires have torched everything from neighbors to rural communities. Drones have become a vital tool for firefighters. They're equipped with sensors that can see through smoke and can feed back live video for data.
And we can show them where the fire is moving, putting them where it counts most.
So far, the fires have burned more than 16,000 acres. With dry conditions and no rain in the forecast, experts say the fires will get worse before they get better. Back here at home, a mother and son were laid to rest today in Dayton. 39-year-old Maria Davis and her 7-year-old son Jerome died after a car crashed into their home on Lilac Avenue last week. Dozens showed up to pay their respects at the Revival Center Ministries. A 13-year-old was also in the home at the time, but wasn't hurt. There's a GoFundMe page to help pay for the family's funeral expenses. We have that linked for you on our website, fox45now.com. Just look under the News Links tab. And police are still investigating the crash that killed that mother and son. This man, Keyshawn Parks, was indicted yesterday on charges of aggravated possession of drugs and carrying a concealed weapon. Police arrested him stumbling away from the scene after the crash with a meth and a loaded gun on him. Investigators say the car was speeding down Cameron Avenue, lost control, and hit the house. We're told more charges are expected to be filed. Ohio health officials say flu hospitalizations are on the rise. The state says more than 250 people have been in the hospital with flu symptoms so far this season, 90 of those just within the last week. Those numbers are 3 times as high as last year. The CDC recommends everyone 6 months or older get a flu shot. And we checked with Dayton Children's Hospital. Officials there tell us the hospital is treating its first flu case right now. The hospital has also seen high numbers of RSV this season, which is a respiratory virus.
Offices, pediatricians, family physicians, as well as the emergency room will start getting busy in the weeks to come.
Experts say it takes about 2 weeks for the flu shot to be effective. Dayton residents are fighting to keep a West Side grocery store tonight. Last week, the city announced the Aldi at the Westtown Shopping Center was closing. Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley said the store was closing because it failed to work with the city to address concerns, but it claimed there weren't enough customers. People we spoke with say if the Aldi closes, they'll have nowhere else to buy groceries.
And we know that companies do look at a bottom line and care about disenfranchised neighborhoods and disenfranchised people.
Community leaders held a meeting last night to come up with solutions. They're planning to take their ideas to City Hall. We'll continue to follow this story as it develops. Well, if you have any kids on your shopping list this holiday season, there are some things to consider. Coming up, tips to make sure you're buying safe and age-appropriate toys. A Cincinnati girl confined to her home after someone stole her wheelchair. The mother's message to the thief.